Carls from Carls Crafts. Welcome back if you've been before, and hi if this is your first time, welcome. This is where I do my whip and chat, which is work in progress for the week. I tell you all that's been going on in the Withington household, as they say. So first I have my candle lit. This is my caramel apple that I had off my son and his girlfriend for Christmas, and that's still going strong. Believe it or not, I've got a glass of water. I know it's not heard of. And I am doing Let the Good Times Roll. No, Let the Good Times Roll. And it is by Mandy Manzano. It is a 47 by 55 centimetre. So I like it because it says it in there as well. And it's got a skull, and yeah, it's just lovely. So I'm doing that one. I've got my trays. I know I should swap that one now because it's not Christmas, is it? So shall we have a look what else we've got? That one will have to go back in its box. Let me have a little ferret. We'll have that one. I think we'll have, should we have that one? We'll have this one. Needs a bit of a wipe. A bit dusty. That'll do. We'll have this one, which was off Trees and Teddy, and it was from JH Envisions, I think that's what it's called. And again, you've got the old plunger in the end, so it makes it easy for pouring. So let me have a seat. And we've got the pen I had off my husband with a 4-placer. This one I had off, I'm not sure if this was off D or Trees, one or the other, because I had the red off the one and the green off the other, but I love both. And I've got a single, and I've got, I think it's a 9-placer or a 10-placer, 3, 6, 9, 10, something like that. Don't think it says on it. That's a curved. Then I've got this one, which I won the auction on Enablers Outpost, Elizabeth, and I got sent this. They paid towards some of the postage, and I got it at a really, really good price. Got a single in there, but sometimes when you get a diamond pen, I thought I'd show you, sometimes you get them and they're a bit big on the end. That one is, that one's all right, but I think the one that I broke, there's another one that I broke when I first had it. I have broke that one, but don't tell Gran. I had to do the same. But all you have to do, where is it? I can find it. Get yourself a little bit of washi. Find your end. You don't need much. But that much. You can always put a bit more on if you need. Don't worry if it's a bit wide. If you've got the smaller size, great. But I haven't. Well, I have. But I don't know what I've done with it. So just keep going. Can you see it? Keep going round and round. And I could always put more, and all I do with that bit is I just squash it into a point, and then we see if that's enough on there. And yeah, it is, look. Yeah, it doesn't come out easy, and if it does come out, I'll just put a bit more, just a bit of wax there. If it's not enough, I'll just put another bit layer on it. So should we try it? Should we do somewhere we're going to need a bit of a thing? So I call them the smiley faces. Why? Because it's just 2 lines, but but we'll try it. We'll see if it works. I might need to put another one. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You can tell I was a bit messy on that one, but I pull that bit off. Hang on, let me cut that off because that's starting to annoy me, that little bit sticking out. I've got my finger stuck in the scissors. There you go. Alright, let's try it. Right, smiley faces. And we're practicing with these curved ones. So I've stuck my tray to there. How many have we got? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's staying in there, so we will stay with that. So that's about a 5-placer, that one. I thought it was 6, but I think it's doing 5 more than. So that's handy. So yes, it's that simple. It's that simple doing these. Oh, and as I said, I'm just practicing. See, I didn't start that off on the rock. Very good. And I have got my pot of these. I've put all my ends that I get in now. So I'll show you. Haha! That's where I put the washi tape. So I've got all my straighteners, all my different size ends. I've got some wax in here that I've been using, so I know where. So if I can't find it again, remind me that it's in there. And I also cleaned this tray out ready to put in any oh, I don't know where that went. You know when you get some left on your canvas and you don't know which colour it is, or if they're a bit got knobbly bits on or whatever. Rubbish tray. Well, at the moment, these three are just what I found on the canvas, where I obviously haven't put them back in the bottle properly. Right, so I think that's it. And that's what I'm using to put my diamonds in. So I think that's it. I think I've told you everything, haven't I? Showed you it, yeah. Do, yeah. Right, ready to rock and roll. Right, let me put them back tidy again. So yeah, how's everybody's week been? I hope I ain't getting my head in there. I'll have to sit up a bit so I don't put my head in there. The last thing you need to do is see the top of my head. Yeah, it's been another busy week. Lots going on yet again. So shall we start with bank holiday? Well, Sunday, you all know what happens, only because I was on my live, and boy did we have a giggle. We just giggled really from start to finish on Sunday, and I can't thank you enough. But I was sober Sunday, different to Christmas and New Year's Eve. I did get a little bit tipsy, but yeah, Sunday I was fine. So thank you for all your support then. Then Monday, as you know, was the bank holiday. So that was nice. So hubby was home an extra day, but it did nothing but rain. And rain, heavy, and I don't mean just like light showers, I mean absolutely chucking it down. It was awful. You've never seen so much rain come down. It was like somebody had a hose pipe on. What's that noise? I can hear a noise in the hall. That's gone now. Don't know what that was. Very odd. Yeah, but it did, for a bank holiday, that's what you expect, isn't it? Rain, rain, more rain and rain. So me and Grant, his gazebo leaked, so he needed to put a new cover on. So we found an old side, so we tried to put that up in the rain, but it was no good, it just wasn't big enough. Then he remembered the tent ground sheet, which is waterproof. It's like a big tarpaulin, it is a bit, but like double layer. So we went out in the rain and we put that up, and we were both drenched right through to his skin. But it did the job for now. You'll need a new gazebo, one that isn't, because the one he had just leaked. Well, it was just porous. It just soaked the water through, and as I said to you, he's just got one table outside. That's his workshop, and I feel so sorry for him. So I think I'm gonna give him my shed, get rid of my stuff, and he can have that, because he needs something. He can't keep working out there like that. It's not fair. He's been out there today and he's got so cold. He had to go to bed for a couple of hours just to get over it. But he did find in work as well. He did find this week they'd clearing out some of the top racking, and there was gazebo bag, but it only had the roof and I think 2 sides. They can't find the rest of it. Can't find the frame. They couldn't find the rest of it. It's all brand new. So they gave it to him for a £5. So tomorrow I think we're going to see if we can put all that back up, because it'll be lighter for him to see under, because the tarpaulin is quite dark. So I think he gets, he sees all these people on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. They got all these fancy workshops, and there's him, poor thing, working in a garden on a table that used to be a dining room table, which we just put out there for him, and that's it. No shelving. Well, that's come out, so I'm going to put a piece more. Around it, no shelving, no nothing out there. He's got to carry things in and out the shed that's got his craft stuff and the tent stuff in. So I'm thinking, do we get rid of all the tent stuff as well, and then he'll have more room? You just don't know, do you, what to do for the best? But we'll see. We'll do that tomorrow and see how he gets on with that. I'm just going to try a piece at a time. That feels a bit better. Yeah, bless him. So he's just scalped his hair off. He started to do it and then Jessie got the rest off, because he always moans that it pulls this, that and the other thing, so I refuse to do it now. So he got Jessie to cut off the remainder for him. The dog's looking at him as if what the hell's gone on. So he'd gone up for a shower, but it sounds like he's out of the shower now. I said just go on the settee and chill out while I do film this. Because I find it hard to do a whip and chat if somebody's listening on to you. Live's alright, that's fine. But a whip and chat's hard, isn't it, if somebody's listening. Because you're just, you know, rambling to yourself really, aren't you? Like on a live, you talk, people are answering you back. When you do a whip and chat, it's just you and your diamond painting. I start on the first one. I'm not too bad. If I can get the first part, you know, the first one on the thing going, I can do it, but I've only got to be out slightly and then it's all hayway, as they say. Yeah, I started doing my books for Patreon, Etsy and YouTube, because it's all included as one, as self-employed. Because I'd done up to sort of, what did I done up to? I'd done up to beginning of August, I think it was, and started on September. No, I'd not quite finished August, that was it. So Tuesday and Wednesday I did my books. You know, you had to show them where you've spent money, how you got money in, what you've done for it. You have to account for every single penny. And you know, you have to, there's no going to explain to you, there's a load to it. You have to write all these different sheets, and I can't do it. Loads of people do it online. I cannot do it on a computer. I have to do it by hand, so I've had to make my own bookkeeping book, which I, you know, when I went on the seminars, they said that's fine. You know, a bottle of Tipp-Ex and some paper. That's lined paper, that's been mine. But I did it, but then I was 90p out when I was doing all the totals between all three things, and incoming, outgoing and all that. It was just 90p out, 90p not matching, so I had to go right back to the beginning. I did find it in the end, then I was 10p out, then I managed to do it. But yeah, I was working till 11 o'clock every night trying to get it sorted, but it's done. So don't think it's, you know, a breeze. Well, it probably is for people who know what they're doing and can use computers and things. So I worked out then how much profit that I'd made each week. So I divided my weeks, you know, by so total profit for, you know, divided by some, you know, each week. That, I don't know how to explain it. Say it was 40 weeks and you divided it, the amount by 40, then you knew how much money you made each week between adding Etsy, Patreon and YouTube all together. So it's all as one. And I made a grand total of £14.18p each week. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but it pays half my electric for the week, so every bit counts, and I enjoy doing it. I know lately I'm a bit dapsy with what's going on, but I do like YouTube. I do like making stuff for my Etsy store. It gives me a bit of pride, you know, trying to do it. And I love people and people that support me on Patreon, so I can get things to show on my video, because without them it would be very, very hard to keep going at the moment, because things are so bad at the moment. But yeah, so thank you to all them. So I did that. I was going to do some videos this week, but I have not had the time. I have been non-stop from the minute I get up in the morning. I am so relieved to get into bed, because that's the only time I can switch off a little bit. So I watch a little bit of PD, Chicago PD, because I need to switch off. It's because if I'm downstairs, people are ringing, phones going, emails are coming in. It's just, yeah. Because I'm to sort my mum out, my dad out, my sister out, plus us, our own appointments and stuff, and rearranging stuff for us. But anyway, so I managed to sort out my kitchen. One kitchen cupboard, guys, I did. Was it one? Yeah, one. I did the ones that had all the mugs in, and you know, like tumblers and things, and mixing, but not mixing, I don't know what you call them, like sports cup things with the lids on, and ones mugs that you have with lids on, and well, all that sort of stuff. So I sorted out all the crap, all the chipped mugs and things. They all went out. So I've actually got tidy, cleaned them all, got it all out, cleaned it all down, put it down. So I'm going to try and do another 1 or 2 this week. So then when they decide they're going to do our kitchen, which was supposed to be, as you know, this month, but it's not looking like it because we've not heard anything. But I thought I can start to declutter. Hopefully it won't be too bad when they send a letter through saying, no, we're going to start next week, because that's what they usually do, these companies. So I thought, but I've done one. I've done one. So I'm still watching me decluttering videos. Well, 1 or 2 now and again. I haven't watched any for the last week and a half, but I have watched, because I'm on TikTok now, guys. So funny. I'm just trying to get my head around TikTok. Things I get up random is weird. Yeah, but I did look at a few organisation things on there, which I have to say were no help whatsoever. But it's all big American kitchens, big American fridges, big American cupboards, big American drawers. Or even if they're in this country, they're all people with, you know, the posh houses with big cupboards, pantries, big huge drawers. I mean, the size of their drawer was probably near enough the size of 2 of my drawers put together, you know. I need stuff for small kitchens which you can't swing a cat in. But I'll keep looking, and I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep trying this year to get more organised and decluttered of stuff. Of course, I'm not going to declutter my craft stuff. I keep saying I am, but I never get around to it. I would like to be able to do my shed this year so I could actually use it, because it's just become a dumping ground. So if Grant doesn't want it for his, because he says the light's shit in there for him to carve, which I can understand, you know, but I said to him we could see if we could get more lighting put in there, because I've just got a strip lighting which is designed for my crafting. But we'll see what he do. But whichever way, I'm going to have to sort it this year, I think, because, you know, stuff and give. I've got sorted out the stuff that I was given a 4-drawer little, you know, the 4-drawer things about that wide. My father-in-law's what my mother-in-law used to put. She'd made cards and things, and she was just getting into diamond paintings. So he said, do I want it? I said, yeah, because I could do with the drawers, my Etsy like. So I said, yeah, I'll have it. I said, don't sort it out, I'll sort it, and then whatever I don't want, I will either give to charity or I'll donate to one of the kids around here that I know do it but haven't got a lot of money. So that's what I've done. I've sorted all through it, and there was 2 diamond paintings, small ones, so I've put a couple of extra in there, out of my stash. And I'm going to ask one of my neighbours, I haven't got a lot, if the kids would like them, and then they can practice making cards or just cut it out and just have some fun. And the older ones, which are 11 and 14, they probably like the diamond painters because they're not big ones. I think they're 30, 40 or something like that. And then there was a few scissors in there, so I left one in there, kept a few because I thought they'll go in my cross-stitching bags. There was a little, well, it wasn't little, it's a massive thing that punches holes. I don't know, but I've kept that because it looks old and it's got her name on it, so I didn't want to get rid of that. Oh, and there was a steel ruler as well that I kept for myself. Apart from that, I didn't keep anything apart from the drawer. So this one's got the inches and the centimetres on in big letters, and then on the back it's got all your measurements, conversion tables, so inches to millimetres, which I'm always asking. Always asking. Then 1/6 equals, you know, 1.58 and all that. Tap drill, I don't even know what that means, and I don't know what a WWUNF means. No idea. But I thought that bit up there is quite handy. But it's, yeah, it's only a 12-inch simple one, but because it's metal, and when I'm cutting, I might not cut my metal plastic ones. Oh, what are we on? I don't want to bore you. Yeah, what else has been happening? Oh, that was it. Tuesday, that's it. Monday. Is it Monday or the Sunday? I don't know if I told you. I rang up and Jacqueline had aspirated again. So either Sunday or Monday, I can't remember. And they were waiting on results and stuff and all that malarkey. So when I phoned Tuesday, I got speaking to this lady and nurse, and she said, yeah, she had aspirated. And I said, you do realise, they said, you can't put anything on the table near Jacqueline, even a tissue, because she tried to eat it. This nurse burst out laughing, and when I mean burst out laughing, I meant went into an hysterical laugh and told me that was the funniest thing she's ever heard. Well, you can imagine how upset I was. She said, oh, I can't wait to tell people that. She said, that's really funny. I've never heard anything so funny. Well, I lost it. I said, how dare you? I said, how condescending is that? I said, who do you think you are? I said, I'm her family. I said, she's in there. She doesn't know you from Adam. I said, she can't speak for herself. She can't move for herself. She's relying on you, and you've laughed in my face when I'm telling you something. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. It just seems so strange. I said, have you read her notes? I said, she's got dysphasia. She's got dysfunctional swallowing. I said, and in her brain, since she's had so many fits, I said, she can't even do a jigsaw, which she used to love. She used to love her pegboard and knitting. I said, she can't do any of that now. I said, unless she is fully supervised with eyes on her all the time. I said, because anything there she thinks is food. Her brain tells her that's to be put in her mouth and eaten. And I said, she's nearly choked to death a few times on stuff when it first started to happen. I said, so I don't find it funny that you're laughing when I'm trying to tell you something that I know for a fact will happen if it's there. God, she backtracked. And because I was so upset, I forgot to get her name. I know, how stupid am I? But I did put a thing in about it, but I said I don't know what nurse it was. They were very, very apologetic and said, well, you know your sister. I said, that's why I told her. Because she'd aspirated. I said, you still haven't told me how she aspirated, whether it was food, spit, something she'd grabbed. And I still don't know now, because they said, oh, that's got to be the doctor, but you can't get to speak to a doctor. And you can't go in to speak to anybody. So I put it in the hands of the care manager now to see. Oh, and that was it. And they were going to, that was it. And then on Monday they said they were going to discharge her. Tuesday. They thought they'd discharge her. What day are we on? No, Wednesday they were going to discharge her. Yeah, Wednesday when I phoned them. I said, oh, they're going to discharge her this afternoon. I said, they can't discharge her this afternoon because they've got to have a care package in place. I said, she's had 2 failed discharges now, you know, at the moment with you. I said, so there's got to be a meeting for a discharge plan to be put in place. So the care plan's all up in office before I said, it's in her notes. It's on her front of her file. Oh, well, it's going to take us a week for all that. I said, I don't care. She said, will she be better off at the home? I said, I know that. I said, but she's had 2 failed discharges and both ended up being more serious than when she originally went in because she was sent home too early. So of course then, right, yeah, they agreed to that. Then the following day, I had a phone call, I had an email to say off the sister that the discharge was now cancelled because she was not fit to be released. So if she had been released, she'd have ended up back in again. So I'm like, right, okay. So they did think she might have a lung embolism, but it looks like it wasn't. There might have been something there, but whatever it is gone now. So they're hoping that she might, if they have the meeting, if they have the meeting on Monday or Tuesday, she can get released. But the care home are working like hell to get everything in place so they can get her home as soon as possible. So that was on the Tuesday. The Wednesday then, because I was upset, I had a phone call off the ward's sister to, you know, say that I could go in and see her on the Thursday. Me and Dad can now allowed to go back in and see her, which I thought, great. So I said to Dad, right, we'll go for 2:30, pick me up at 1. We'll go. I said, we'll have to do a lateral flow test. I'll do mine in the morning because I've got to go out and meet some friends. So I said, I'll do mine in the morning. So I'm clear to meet them. You do yours dinner time. So, you know, you're clear. Yeah. So that was all sorted. So we were so excited. So I went and met my friends, had coffee with them, and I was telling them, and I'd done my test and it was clear and whatever. So I said, we're all set to go. Went shopping, got home about 11:30. Noticed Dad had phoned me when I'd been in the supermarket to get some pizzas for tea, because I said, oh, they can have pizzas in case I'm not back in time, which they said, great. Excuse me, I thought I was going to hiccup then. So I phoned my dad. He was a bit upset. I said, oh, what's the matter? He said, I can't go. I said, what do you mean you can't go? He said, I've tested positive for COVID. I said, you're flipping joking. He said, no. He said it went within seconds, he said, to positive. I said, oh, God, Dad. Because he'd been here, this was on Thursday, he'd been here Tuesday because he went in to get some more antibiotics because he wasn't feeling too good. So he thought it was the pneumonia still hadn't gone completely and the kidney infection. But no, he's got COVID. So I thought, well, I can't go because I'd been in contact with him 2 days, well, not even 2 days prior. And I didn't dare risk it and take it into the hospital. So I phoned the ward then because they have to book you in and whatever, do all the stuff. So I spoke to the sister. She said, no, you're wise. And I said, well, I'd never forgive myself. I know she's had it, but you can get it again. She said, yeah, you can. So that was the end of that. So I took another lateral flow yesterday. I'm still clear, but my breathing isn't brilliant. But like Grant said, oh, it's probably, I said, yeah, but I said, I just got a bit of a snuffle and I've been coughing on and off. I said, it comes and goes. But I said, but don't forget, I said, Monday, I said, I got soaked through to the skin. So I said, I probably got a chill from that and a bit chesty from that. Do you know what I mean? So I said, I can still smell, I can still taste. You know, I haven't really got any other symptoms. I've got a little minor temperature, as I say, but there's nothing major. So I said, it's probably just a chill. But I am isolating just in case in the house. But if I've got it, everybody in the house has got it. So, you know, we're all sort of stuck in together. So I said I'll do another one tomorrow and see how I go. But my chest just feels like somebody's standing on it. I'm not coughing only now and again. Once I start, I can't sort of stop, and it is from my chest. Like sometimes you can have it from a tickly throat, but I can feel this is deep in my chest. But you know, when you breathe in, that's when it hurts. So that's why I'm drinking lots of water, as they say. So yeah, so much for 2022 being a breeze this year. But hopefully it is, because I said to Dad, we've all had our injections and our boosters. I said Jessie's got her booster on Tuesday. So, yeah, I've got to pick her up and take her down. I said, but all the rest of us have had it. So, and I phoned Dad today and he said he didn't feel too bad. He feels a bit rough. But he said he's actually eaten a little bit, even though it doesn't taste of anything. He said, I have actually managed to eat something. He said he felt a little bit, but he's still on antibiotics for another, I think he's got another 7 days of antibiotics to take because of the infections he's got. So, yes. But I said it could be worse. And then they've moved Mum's date that we can't go in to see her now. It's moved from the 5th of January, went to the, was it the 8th of January? Now it's the 17th of January before we can see her, if then, but that's the earliest we'll be able to see her. So, because they've got COVID up there. They are, I don't know why the 17th though. I don't get that, because if you get COVID, you can take tests on day 6 and day 7. If they're clear, then that's all. And they said they've only got the one patient downstairs, but I'm wondering if they've got patients maybe upstairs, so they're keeping the whole home. Oh, I don't know. So I'm wondering if somebody was still positive and they're going to have to go 2 weeks or something, but I don't know. I'm trying to fathom it, but it's all these different rules for different places, and whether you're in England, Wales, Scotland or Ireland, it's all, Northern Ireland is all different. Yeah, so, oh, Millie went to see her friend on Wednesday. I dropped her off at 12 because it's only about 35-40 minutes away. We take the dog. Jess didn't come this time. She usually comes for a run. She came on when I went to pick her up, and we went and picked her up for, what time was it? 7 o'clock. I said 7 o'clock. I said I'll come and pick you up. So Jess said, oh, I'll come for a run. So the dog always comes. Like, I always take the dog for a run. So I went and picked her up. It was like water on the road. So every time a lorry or a bus or a big van went past, your windscreen was bloody caked. And my car is airtight. If you have the windows up, you've got to have the blowers on full blast. And I mean full blast, and they'll still steam up if people are talking. And we were talking on and off. So I put the window down a bit for a while. Then it gets really cold, so I put the window up. And now you could see out the back window, but it was a little bit dirty. But you could see out of it okay. And the front window, I tried to keep that as clear as possible, and it was clear. It was a little bit down on Jessie's side, but mainly it was completely clear, and I'd have to keep washing the windscreen because I must have gone through a whole bloody thing of, I must get Grant this weekend to check my water because I went through so much. So we were getting about halfway home and I could see this car behind me, and I thought, and it was just sitting tidy behind me, and I was only going about 50, 55. I don't go fast. And then I was I don't know why, I thought it was strange. So I, go down the speed limit to 30 when you're going in somewhere and blah, blah, blah. And then we got nearer home, about 7 miles from home. No, was it about 8 miles from home in Bilf? And, ooh, ABs. Look at them ABs, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we got about 8 miles from home, and you turn in this village, well, town it is. You sort of come across here, and you need to come at this stop there, and then you turn up here, and there's like a bridge that goes over a massive river. It's real sharp. But as you turn it, I looked in the mirror and I could see it was a police car behind me. I thought, oh, bloody hell. So that's been following me. I thought, well, I've done nothing wrong, you know. But it just makes you a bit anxious, doesn't it? So I thought to myself, right, there's a load of straights coming up now when we leave this town. So if it stays behind me, it's going to end up pulling me over. I know it. But I'm going to stay at 50, 55, you know, just poodle along at that speed, which I did. And it stayed behind me, had ample opportunities to overtake me. No, so I thought it's going to pull me over on the next village where it's safe to pull over. Because this was too fast a road. Yeah, sure enough, gets into the village. Then these blue lights are going around. So I thought, right, so I pulled over and I looked at the girls. They said, what the hell have you done, Mum? I said, nothing. I was chuckling. Well, I said, just, and because Millie's getting ready to learn to drive, so I said, you just pull over, wind your window down, wait till I come to you, and then just say, officer, what have I done? Have I done something? So I said, officer, and he said, no, he said, it's just a routine stop, check that everything's how it should be. I said, fine. He said, have you got your license on you? I said, no. I said, to be truthful, I normally do. I said, but I went to pick this one up in the back, and he shines a torch in the back. I said, she's been to see her friend. You know, it's not a boyfriend. I said, it's a friend that she talks to. And he started giggling. She went bright red. I was laughing. I said, I've just picked her up from Talgoth and we're on our way home. He said, so I said, I didn't bother bringing my purse, which has got my driving licence. I said, I've only brought my phone out with me. He said, no, that's fine. He said, we can check it all anyway. So he said, I'll just do some checks. So he asked my name, full date of birth, where I lived, full address. So he said, I'll just go now and check that over. So the girls laugh. And I said, see, there's nothing to it. I said, we haven't done nothing wrong. So I said, let's give you something to talk to your mates about when you get home. So Lily's on Jessie's knee. She's got her harness on and she has got a seatbelt, but we had taken the seatbelt off because she was sat on Jessie's knee wriggling. So she'd taken it off. But when he came back, he said, oh, such a gorgeous dog. Oh, and look, she's got her harness on. She's restrained. I said, yeah. I said, she's got her own seatbelt, which she has, but just lucky he couldn't see. So he said, oh, she's gorgeous. And you know what Lily's like, tail going, bum going, face all cute. And he said, oh, everything's fine. He said, I did notice your back window, he said, is a bit steamed up. And I said, I'll be totally honest with you. I said, it's absolutely airtight, this car. I said, and I said the heating system to blow the blowers, I said, are crap. I said, so, and then we put the window down. I said, and then it gets cold, so you put the window up. And I said, I can see out the back. And he looked through where I was and he put his head through. He said, oh yeah, I can see, you can see. I said, so I wasn't too concerned. And he looked at the front one. He said, I can see the front one's completely clean and clear. He said, so that's fine. He said, anyway, he said, I know what you mean. He said, I've got an old Honda that does the same. I said, it's annoying. I said, my husband doesn't like driving it because of it. I said, but, you know, you're going to have what you've got to get you from A to B. And he was laughing. He said, yeah, that's fine. I said, anything else? He said, no. He said, you off home now? I said, yep. And I said, what time are you on to? He said, oh, not till 12. I said, well, I'll probably jinx it now by saying, but I said, I hope you have a quiet night. He's laughing. So I wound my window off and off we toddled down. I said, so girl, there you are, a bit of excitement on a weekday. They were laughing. He said, oh, that wasn't too bad. I said, it isn't. I said, people make it out to be bad, but it's not. I said, it's the second time I've been pulled over. Jessie was with me the first time. We've been pulled over with Grant driving, just for routine checks. I said, the first time I was pulled over is because I had a Peugeot 307, and there was a brake light in the back window as well. And that had stuck on because Jessie had got crutches and there was why I don't know, but there's a switch underneath where you sit on the footwell that turns the brake lights on full and keeps them on. Why would you have that? You don't need it. So her crutch had hit this switch to put the brake lights on. Well, I didn't know that it was on full because you can't see the one in the window because it's metal framed. So when I pulled into the estate, he pulled me over. He said, oh, if it was a traffic cop, he would have booked you. And I said, well, it was working fine when we left home. I said, what more can I do? And he said, no, I get your point. He said, I'll just give you a warning. I said to the girl, just be honest. Just say it as it is. said if I'd have got booked, I'd got booked. But I said I'd done nothing wrong, so I wasn't worried. But yeah, it was funny though. Anything else happen? Oh, I ordered Joshua for Christmas off the girls. He wanted, let me get this right, front bumper, lip spoiler splitter, I think it's called. These things that go on the front of your bumpers and things. I don't understand it. So I said to him, right, where do you want it delivered? He said, when's it going to be delivered, Mum? I said, well, it's not going to be delivered. The earliest it's going to be delivered, it says, is Thursday. He said, well, I'll be back by then, because they were going back on the Wednesday. I said, and the latest is on January the 4th. He said, well, Mum, we're going to be there, so that's fine. So, of course, I ordered it. And then we get this picture sent by Hermes saying the following day, which was the 28th, saying they tried to deliver and nobody was in. It's Christmas. That's why we ordered it and made sure that it was going to be delivered. They said, oh, we'll phone you the following day, make another arrangement. We thought, great. Didn't hear off them. Can't get hold of them. Can't get hold of the company that sold it to us, because it's Christmas as well, I suppose. So I said to Josh, don't panic. I said, it'll probably turn up, you know, on the last day. But I said, if it hasn't, I'll contact, go through contacts on eBay. So I put a thing in to say, I don't know what you call it, when you put in a dispute. That's it, put in a dispute with eBay on Friday, yesterday. And they said if we hadn't heard anything, no, it wasn't Friday, it was the 5th. So what was that, Wednesday? If we hadn't heard anything by the 11th, they would give a refund. But they'd also messaged the seller to see what was happening. And then today, which is only the 8th, I got a message off eBay saying they're refunding, a courtesy refund of the money, but it won't be in. It's gone into PayPal, but it hasn't cleared yet. So Josh is going to have to rethink whether he wants that off another company. But it's his birthday tomorrow, so I said he wants what else he wants as well, but he can't decide because he doesn't know whether to order it and send it here, or order it and then send it up to him. And I don't understand this car thing. He wants to, what's he call it? It's not ramping it up, it's kitting it, is it? Re-kitting it? I don't know. I don't understand it. Cars are cars. Mine's a wreck. I mean, we bought mine because it was £600. It's all we could afford at the time. It's got scratches all down the doors, you know, where you put the keys in. It's so scratched, it's unreal. It's got that many dents in it. There's dents everywhere on it. But for 600 quid, because I think if you'd have bought it with no scratches on and stuff, it was something like, what was it, £1,600 or something. So I said to Grant, I'm not bothered about cosmetics. I said I can just get in it and drive it. That's all I want to do. But like, no. And Josh has got a beautiful car now. And which he took a loan out to get it. And he wants to re-kit it or something, I don't know. Why can't these kids leave it alone? Just have what you have and be happy with that. But no. It's like, nope. Got to do something to it. So I don't know whether I'll tell him what he can have off us, money-wise, money off the girls. He can have a tenner each off the girls. And he can have 40 quid off us because that's all I can afford. Plus he's got this money coming back from the thing. So we can either group it all together and have something at a bigger price, or choose whatever. But I've asked him, as I said, shall I just send you the money? Nope, because it's his birthday tomorrow. So I've sent him up his cards, but he doesn't know what he wants to do. I said, that's fine. Because he put one of those exhaust things that sound like this backfiring and stuff. I don't get that either. You can hear it coming a mile off, do you know what I mean? And then it pops and bangs, as they call it. And I'm going, why? He said, because it sounds cool. Does it? Apparently, yeah. And he's had his car on this website that does, oh, I don't know, shows good cars off, or cars that have been modified and stuff off, and his has been taking photos because they go to all these car meets. There's a lot up there in Hull. They go on the harbour or somewhere. There's loads around this area. Well, not in our town, but it's about an hour or more away, that all the kids go to, showing off their cars and what they've done to them. How times change, isn't it? How times change. Just living in a completely different world now. But as long as he's happy, that's all that matters. It does. Don't think much else has happened this week, as I say. Last night I was cutting out some little bits of material out of all the scraps. I was sort of trying to tidy up the scraps and ironed it so I can make some more patchwork stuff, because I enjoy doing the patchwork ones. It's just something a bit different. So I sort, because I had them new drawers, so I've only got three in here now of what my mother-in-law gave Grant the other one, because they fit into the ones I've got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawers with all my Etsy stuff in, you know, all the materials and stuff. So I sat, and as I sorted it out, I got all the bits of scraps, you know, that were only like pieces like that or like that, and just tidied them up a little bit and ironed them flat, put them in a plastic bag. I did that last night because I didn't feel too good, so I just sat on here and put my Chicago PD, had my back up against the radiator because that was on, and did a bit of that, and that's all I've done. I said to Grant, I'm so behind on everything. I've got that review to do for the glowing skulls. I want to show all my whips of my cross stitching, and then I want to show what I want to do this year on them. But with everything, I seem to be being pulled from pillar to post with my dad, my sister, my mum's stuff, Jessie's stuff, Joshua's stuff, Millie's stuff, Grant's stuff, and my father-in-law as well. And it's just like, oh, where do I go first? But I don't mind. If I can help, I'm willing to help, as they say. And hopefully one day, if I need it, somebody will be there for me. Where did I put the pot, guys? Did I put the pot back? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, so what we on? How many minutes? Oh gosh. Oh, I'll have to call it a day then. 40 something minutes. I can't really see. So while this is rendering, I will probably carry on doing a bit of this. So thank you ever so much for joining me. Let me know what you're up to this week. Why is that wet? Why has that gone wet in there? Did I drop a bit of water in there or something? Hang on, guys. I'm going to put these out and let them dry because they feel wet for some reason. Did I dribble in them? Oh gosh, did I dribble live on screen or something? I don't know. Well, I'll sort them out in a minute because I'm making a right mess now. I don't know what I've done there. They'll dry anyway. Nothing serious, is it? So all I got to say is thank you ever so much for stopping by and having a listen to my whip and chat. It's always much appreciated. Please comment down below. It means the world. If you feel like giving a thumbs up, that means a lot as well. My Facebook, my social media is all below. My Etsy shop to show you what I do. My Patreon, my wish lists, my buy me a coffee, which goes back into the channel. Everything that I earn goes back into the channel as much as I can. So all that's left for me to say is look after yourselves, take care, and most importantly, guys, stay safe. Love you all. Bye for now.